Hey guys, what's going on? Legion here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds, and right now we're doing our daily gaming XP grind. Welcome to episode 27. So today we're going to be sort of running around collecting resources so that way we can work on cooking. We have been working on cooking a little bit behind the scenes, and right now I just sort of wanted to go to a couple places that I sort of know have uh, quite a bit of animals, so that way we can gather resources. So as you can see, there were quite a bit of the giant rats right there, and then also there's a couple of other things. So you can pick berries. They're going to give 2 XP, so it's not a ridiculous amount of XP, but why it's important is they do act as secondary ingredients while working on the cooking skill. So, and you're also getting it from picking them. So that's quite beneficial. And then, like, this area is perfect because there's just so many animals, and they're going to be dropping resources that you can use later for artisan, as well as fangs. And then, obviously, there's chickens, so you're going to be getting raw chicken meat. But overall, it helps with a lot of different things. But you can also make arrows with those fangs, and I believe you can also use those in cooking as well to make those sort of drinks that are going to hydrate you. So I think there's a lot of benefits overall, but this just happens to be one of my favorite areas to kill creatures, to get different resources. So this is one of them. Another one is you can go to, I believe it's called the Storm Touched Islands, right? And there you're going to find a lot of sheep and ram, and they drop things too that are going to be really beneficial. The only downside of going there is that you are going to encounter higher level creatures. So that could be where it gets a little bit difficult, because here you could just sort of free roam around and collect resources. Obviously, you're probably going to get more XP for the different things that you can get from those creatures. But as just far as ease, like, this is quite relaxing actually, really, right? I mean, cooking takes a long time to level up. So, I mean, if you want the sort of easy route, this is definitely going to be it. Um, just sort of before I switch topics here, I just want to say I appreciate you guys checking out our content, and if you haven't already, go ahead and drop a sub, as we love subscribers. Who doesn't? And obviously, we would greatly appreciate if you support our channel. So we're sort of back here at the main area, which is close to our base. This is also really great because there's cabbage, and cabbage gives you, I believe it's 5 XP per piece of cabbage. You don't get anything for picking flax. The only reason we're doing that is because we are still working on our mannequin army. So we're going to need more. I thought we were okay, but ultimately some of the gear that we want to make is going to require more flax. So we're just running around and picking up all these different things, mostly because obviously the flax doesn't necessarily help with cooking. But look at all these chickens. I mean, these are all going to be giving me raw bird meat, so that's going to be quite beneficial. Here's a kebbit, and so just lots of resources to help us in the cooking skill. And obviously, we're already level 50. And if you haven't even played the game or just started, I recommend sort of building chests wherever you plan on putting a lodestone eventually, because what you can do is, even if you don't need all the resources right now, eventually you will need them. And if you're going to be going for 99 in a skill, I feel like it would just sort of be beneficial to have all these things sort of just lying around. So you may not need them now, but eventually you will need them. So I think it's important that you just sort of start saving for tomorrow, almost like some sort of savings account. But basically, you're also going to be seeing a lot of potatoes all around here, and you're going to want to pick those up too, because they give 5 XP each as well. So this would be more beneficial potentially to somebody who doesn't have level 50 cooking. They're trying to level it, and since they got rid of cleaning dirty water, which used to give really good XP, now this is pretty much going to be the best way for you to sort of get materials for cooking currently. So it's just part of the progression, and that's sort of what we decided what we wanted to do today. Because obviously we could have went back to construction, and really the only problem that I have with going back to construction is that we already kind of, I mean, we're so close to the goal that we set forth. So if we go work on it now, it's going to limit what we can do in our content for these videos, because obviously we're trying to stay geared towards working on the progression of the things that we want to accomplish. So in order to do that, we have to sort of provide a variety as well. Because if we're doing the same thing every video, I mean, it's quite boring. So we want to sort of change things up. And if we just go knock out construction instantly, I don't think that that's a wise decision. But I honestly want to say that I think I have enough ash planks now, because I've also been working on that behind the scenes. I actually leveled up in magic behind the scenes, so level 48. So quite a bit of stuff is actually going on, and we're making quite a bit of progress in the game behind the scenes. But obviously, I can't bring you guys along with every little thing, only because some of it doesn't necessarily. It's just not something you might want to bring in a behind the scenes type of video. So, well, yes, I mean, we don't make behind the scenes videos. Ultimately, you understand what I'm saying, hopefully. But we will be doing an XP update here shortly. I just sort of want to grab a little bit more resources before I go any further into that. And then we probably will be actually working on cooking a little bit before the video ends. But ultimately, if you look all around, there's a lot of rune essence on the ground. And the reason for that is we're also going to be doing a rune crafting XP grind here shortly. But the difficult part of that is we like to sort of let them all go to the ground and then do them all at once. I feel like it's a lot more beneficial when it comes to time. So that way you can still do other things in a game, and you don't have to sit there and meticulously mine a few, and you can mine way more at once. So that's just sort of how I like to do it. This is our Mannequin army. We've made a lot of adjustments. We've moved them in a little bit closer, and we've also sort of organized them differently. So we want to be making more of these, but we need more resources, and that's sort of why we're picking the flax. We've got some other armor in here, and this other one here that we do want to go to, but ultimately, I'm quite happy with our Mannequin army, and I think it's actually rather quite cool. So there's just lots of work we still have to do with it. But anyways, let's go jump on cooking, because this is probably going to be more of a shorter video. We do want to go through an XP update really quick here, so we can show you guys what we've actually been doing behind the scenes. So attack 256,000 XP. We've got wood cutting at 798,000, construction 1,704,000, rune crafting 392,000, magic 34,000, mining 4,021,000, artisan 3,055,000, and wood cutting, I'm sorry, not wood cutting, cooking 121,913. So you can see that we actually have made quite a bit of progress in cooking. So we're going to keep progressing in that, and hopefully one day reach 1 million cooking XP. Obviously, it's such a long venture to do that, and it's not going to be something that just comes easily. So obviously, as the game comes up with updates, and especially in December, they're going to be adding quite a bit of different things that I think are going to be providing more XP. I don't think, really wanted to offer crazy amounts of XP right in the beginning, because if you were to sort of max out your skills, then it really wouldn't leave a lot for later content to come to the game. So we're going to be going through our chests here and just trying to find more resources, so that way we can work on cooking a little bit. We are trying to find our dirty water, and I know we've got quite a bit here. We just got to find out what chest it's in. I know I was trying to work on more of an organized base, but it's so difficult because I put so much time in and do so many different things that it, even though you've got all these chests, it just makes it a little bit harder. We've got to get better at organization, that's for sure. So they may be the only other side over here, but ultimately you can see how frustrating it can be if you don't put things back where they should go. It just makes it a lot harder to find things in a game. But we're gonna check the other side and see if they're over here. So there they are. So we've got quite a bit of dirty water, and we're gonna go ahead and make a couple different things here. Probably not going to wait for all of them to finish, as I feel like this part of it is not going to progress into more video. So I do sort of want to get it started. But so I'm probably going to be using a lot of my animal fangs. I've got a ridiculous amount in my base. So that will help us greatly with cooking. And I don't really think that's going to go into the prayer that's going to come to the game next year. So I think we can use the animal fangs and it's not really going to hurt us. So that's probably what we're going to do with that. And so you just got to cook up a couple different things, but you see why it's so important to collect secondary ingredients and how it's going to help you level up your skill in cooking. So overall, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at with it. I mean, there's still so much to do in the game, and as I said in December, they're going to be releasing so much content that it's basically going to change the game essentially. Things are going to give more XP and just it's going to create such a big a variety of what we can do. Range will be in the game by then, farming will be in the game, new monsters, new dungeons, new dragon, potentially some new creatures to fight. I'm really hoping for the lesser demons. They haven't really gone too far into what else is coming, and I think that's actually kind of a good thing right now because you don't want to spoil everything. I'm sure that they're going to be adding some new weapons into the game, some new trees, some new what's it going to be? They said mithril. Uh, it's interesting because they want to bring mithril, but they said we were going to get steel. So I don't know when that's going to happen. But anyway, guys, we really hope you guys are enjoying our content, and thanks for watching and supporting us. And until next time, Legionuta out.